Hi. Well, in the news, Howard Stern has opened his mouth and expressed the anger and jealousy of old age. He has been following Oprah on Instagram and felt she is showing so much wealth. He said she should be embarrassed. She should not show off her wealth. Don't you know that people are out here struggling? This is not right. Funny thing for a Jewish guy to be telling a black woman she should hide her wealth, and I guess she should look poor. I'm not sure what Howard Stern is talking about. It would be not right for Oprah after all she's done, her television work, her books, her movies, her um, projects in various fields, to run around looking like she doesn't have anything. What would she be doing all that work for? Of course she's rich. We know she's rich. She's worked hard, and we've seen it from the day she appeared on television and gained popularity. We know Oprah is rich, so she doesn't have to hide it. She doesn't hide it at all. In fact, she gives away a lot of money. Oprah started a school for girls and has every year taught hundreds of girls in her private classes. The girls were not given away or abandoned as Howard Stern claimed. These girls were admitted to the school after they applied to enter the school. Oprah talked with the parents about the school, and she took them out of their poverty laden environments and put them into a much better environment in the school. She saw that teachers and other staffers in the school were respected, um, respectable of the girls, who didn't abuse them and treated them like ladies. Probably the first time in their lives they ever had that kind of treatment. These girls were abused in their African countries. They had a lot of poverty. They saw starvation. They saw women who were abused. So Oprah helped those girls, and they weren't abandoned. They were sent for training, education, and eventually, after they get their degrees and their advanced degrees from various American universities and other universities, they can go back and help their families or bring their families to whatever country they're living in. That is how you help people. Howard Stern's life was different. He spent his life angry that he had to live among blacks in a poor neighborhood. His father wanted to live in a poor neighborhood because it was less expensive, and he said it was a good neighborhood. Howard said he hated the neighborhood. He hated being there with all the black students. He wanted to be with the white students who had fled from the blacks. But he was abandoned, and he said that has made his life miserable. I disagree with Howard. I think Howard's life has been made better because he has advanced to become the person he wanted to be, the radio announcer he always wanted to be. And that was because he went through that period of life meeting people that he didn't want to meet and be around, but he also had the opportunity to live in a household with a mother and father who were married, and his father, who was working in the radio, gave Howard lots of training at home about how to work in the radio industry. So Howard was getting taught special teaching by his father from his father's job. Oprah didn't have that luxury. Her parents were divorced. Oprah did get some abuse, physical abuse, and mental abuse, but she was able to survive and advance. Her parents divorced. She did not have anyone at home giving her special training. Oprah's story about her and her family is very unusual. I won't go into it here, but Oprah is a survivor, and she is passing her knowledge and advancements and using her money to help many, many other students advance out of poverty. She has given tens of thousands of dollars to, I'm sorry, she has given tens of millions of dollars to schools and university that teach black children and other students in the United States and abroad. She has given many, many, many scholarships to students so they can advance their education and do things they wouldn't be able to do without Oprah's help because they come from poor families. While Oprah was doing this and also helping women around the world through her television show and her book club, Howard was having his radio show where he was enticing young girls to come in and prance around the studio showing their breasts and enticing them to take off their pants or ride their sex machine and be ogled by staffers. Howard made up to $50 million or more a year as he grew better and more popular and went to Sirius and became, I believe, a co-owner in Sirius. While he was making money, I don't believe J.D., Richard, Sal, and the others got such advancements, even though they were critical parts of the show. I remember the day that J.D. announced his wedding over the internet, and Howard brought J.D. in and really gave him a dressing down for using the internet and not his show to make his announcement. I've learned many things from listening to the Howard Stern show, so it has helped me a lot in learning about people and the things that people do that I would never have thought of. So he has led his life the way he wants to lead it, and then he married Beth, who was a great beauty, and Howard knew that she only married him for his money. She was much younger, and she wanted children. Howard told her he had children already, and so he wanted to keep her a beauty, and he didn't want her to bear children. That's quite a lot for a man to ask of his wife, but Beth did it because she wanted Howard and, of course, the wealth. She was immersed in animal care, and so she was rescuing dogs, and that's what Howard became very, very involved in, raising puppies and taking care of animals. I like that. But again, is that really what Beth wanted? Didn't Beth want children of her own? I don't know. And Howard lives among the very, very elite in the Hamptons. I think that is very ostentatious. And he has invited people to his home, his workers, but often they have problems, and I don't think they ever had sleepovers the way that Sal wanted. However, Oprah's doing the right thing. She is working hard, and she's showing people that if you work hard and do the right thing, You can be very successful and it can bring you riches. Helping others does not mean you have to end up poor. It means that you can grow and they can grow, and both you and others can do well with your life. Oprah has many houses. It's true. And just like Martha Stewart, she likes to grow things in her yards. Smart thing to do. I don't hear anyone complaining about Martha Stewart and her gardening or her animals or her chickens. So why are people complaining that Oprah is doing similar things? I think that is, sorry Howard, that's racism. You don't want Oprah to be able to go into her backyard and pick out all those fresh fruits and vegetables from her garden because you're not used to seeing that. However, Oprah has used her wealth to enhance her life, and that's the way it is. Personally, I like to see that because it gives me ideas as to how I can help myself in my own life. So let Oprah enjoy her lavish lifestyle to the hilt. Stay out of it, Howard. Your lifestyle is very different. You're afraid to leave your apartment except to go to the Hamptons, and you hang around a rather crusty crowd. Your driver, I forgot his name, and bodyguard, was really, very perverted. He would go around making up a lot of X-rated songs. He was abusing girls at what's that nightclub that used to go to? Well, that nightclub you used to go to regularly and publicized heavily on your show. And then it was found, to my understanding, that that nightclub that you were telling people to go to and saying it was so great, that they were drugging patrons, stealing money, and all kinds of things, really abusing their visibility on your show. And I never heard anyone apologize or repay patrons for the activities that were done, because patrons went to that place because of Howard Stern. I wish I could remember the name of that place they went to. Anyway, I'll put that in another video. So, enjoy your life, Oprah. We love you, and you are showing us your best life and what others can do with their best life through education and hard work and taking a different and right path. Okay, please please like and subscribe. Bye. Let me see, I'm trying to see if I can get this.